I moved to Canada to start a new life at the age of 23 all by myself. I literally knew no one, no friends, no loved one or family in Canada, all by myself. That decision to date has been the biggest risk I've ever taken and yet the best decision of my life. I have learned, unlearned and relearned. I continue to grow and evolve as a person. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I share information on personal finance and lifestyle. So please consider subscribing below and turn post notification bell on. Also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching it. Today, I'll be sharing with you the biggest lessons I've learned since I moved to Canada and how living in Canada has changed my mindset. I have lived here for over 3 years now and I still continue to learn different lessons every day. But today I'm sharing with you I think the top 8 or the top 10 lessons that I've learned. The first thing is to take life slowly. I grew up in a city called Lagos where you either kill or you get killed. It's literally a city with hustling and bustling. There's this fast-paced lifestyle that you need to quickly get on your grind or you get left behind. Life is really slow-paced in Canada, and living in Canada just made me realize that you are in no competition with anyone. Just take your life slowly. And this is such a huge and big lesson for me as I tend to be hyper-productive and to have an overachiever mindset where I start to beat up myself if I'm not able to achieve those things that I've set for myself. But living in Canada has just helped me realize that you just need to take life slowly, be more patient with yourself, and things will fall in place at the right time. The second lesson I've learned is that being nice doesn't hurt. As you probably have heard in the past, Canadians are known to be some of the most polite and nice people that you can ever meet around the world. Honestly speaking, this is not a joke, it's totally true. I've received random acts of kindness from strangers that literally hold me nothing and they had no business with me. But it's just the Canadian nature for people to just be nice and kind to you whenever they are able to. And honestly, in this life is really already tough, and in any way you feel like you can pay it forward, be nice to the next person, just a little bit of courtesy and politeness here and there, honestly it goes a long way in how people would view you and how it would also impact their life. People here are generally nice, sometimes to a fault. Now I find that when I'm communicating with people, I tend to be very, very polite and careful with my choice of words. So sometimes when I speak to some of my friends or loved ones back home and they say some things and I just wonder, like, how could you just say that? Like, you literally did not ask for their opinion or something and they just voice out the way they feel. But that's where I come from. That's literally how people speak. People just say things anyhow. But now I'm more cautious about the kind of things I say to people. I don't give my opinion or my advice unsolicited. If you ask for my take about something, I'll be sincere and genuine towards you. But if you don't ask for my take, I wouldn't be the first to just tell you, oh, I think your shirt doesn't look good or something like that. And now I find that some people back home, the way they just speak to you in a disrespectful manner, I find it disrespectful when someone just says some things unsolicited, and the way they just speak to people, talk down on them, body shame them. It's not really seen as a problem from where I come from, but living in Canada, I've learned that you can't just speak to people anyhow, because you know that you don't know how far your words could go in hurting someone. So that's also a very big lesson that I've learned, and I've shifted my mindset on that perspective. The third lesson that I've learned is that the more you learn, the more you change. Of what use is knowledge if you learn something and you don't apply it to your daily life? Like, I've learned a lot of things in Canada and applied it to my life that is helping me move forward and become a better person. Now, some people might think I am becoming too westernized for their own definition, but personally I don't think so. I think, of course, the Western culture has some values in it, and also as an African, a black girl from Africa, I still try to uphold some of my values and culture. But to be very honest with ourselves, some of our culture needs to be revisited, but we are not ready for that conversation today. I will not expect to be the same person with all the new things that I've learned. My day-to-day habits, my goals, my priority would change and would be caused by the new environment that I've adapted to. The fourth thing that I've learned since moving to to Canada is that age doesn't matter. You shouldn't allow your age to hinder you from chasing your dream. Since I've moved to Canada, I've never been asked for my age when I applied for a job. In fact, my age is not on my resume. If you have your age on your resume and you live in Canada, get rid of it right now. It's never too late for changes. You should not let your age limit you from doing things that you really want to do. If you want a career change, take up a course. If you want to learn a new language, enroll for a new language program. If you want to learn swimming, why not start now? Since I moved to Canada, I've learned that my age is really nothing. It's just a number, and it shouldn't matter in any decision that I'm making. I've switched my career, I've learned a new skill, I've started to learn swimming, I've traveled more, even enjoyed some of my childhood dreams, and also done things that I would consider myself too old to do. But living in Canada, I mean, nobody's checking, you can do anything you want. The fifth lesson I've learned is you need a strong support system. It could be your friends, it could be your family, it could be your loved one. You just need a strong support system that you could rely on, because life is not meant to be lived all by yourself. You need to handpick supportive and genuine friends, people that you know would always be there for you in times of need. It's also very important for you to pick quality over quantity. Of what use is it if you have many people in your life that you call your friends or your loved ones that would not be there for you in times of need? Nothing. So just remember, social media followers are not your real friends, they are not real life. Another lesson I've learned since I moved to Canada is you only live once. YOLO. Honestly speaking, you only live once is a total fact. Life is a journey, and that destination where you want to be, which could be your goal, your dream house, your dream career, your dream education, it could be literally anything. That dream destination where you want to be, the journey of getting to that destination is as important as where you want to be. So make sure you enjoy life, you live a fulfilled, happy life, and you try as much as you can to live through life and all of its experiences and not just exist. So since I came to Canada, I've done all of these things that I find adventurous and fun. Bungee jumping, zip lining, I've gone on roller coaster rides. I've done a lot of things that I feel like I really do enjoy, and if I didn't move to Canada, I probably wouldn't have been able to do those things. So that's the lesson that I've learned, that you only live once, and that life that you get, live it to the fullest. Where you want to be is fine, but enjoy the journey to get to your destination. Another lesson I've learned since I moved to Canada is that there is dignity in labor. The economy needs everyone to flourish. So don't look down on anybody's job, don't look down on anybody's profession. Just see them as everyone just making a survival or living their life to make ends meet. So prior to when I came to Canada, there are some kind of jobs that maybe like white collar jobs or blue collar jobs, you consider them in a kind of way. But when I moved to Canada, regardless of the kind of jobs you do, you are respected in the community. As long as you earn a responsible and decent living, nobody is judging you here. Another big lesson that I've learned since moving to Canada is setting your personal goals. There's a reason I set personal goals, because it really applies to only your own life. You are not in competition with anybody. So if you have your career goals, if you have your financial goals, if you have your body fitness goals, you could also have your long-term goals. All of your goals are yours to make, and you can literally achieve them. Let nobody question you, and whenever you set to achieve them, that's fine. Not everyone in life would have the same timeline or the same plan as to how they want to achieve things. So if you have your long-term goals for 5 to 10 years from now, that's totally fine. Someone else can have the same exact long-term goals to be achieved in 20 years, and that's totally fine. There's a reason it's called personal goal, because it applies to you and yourself. Another lesson that I've learned since moving here is minimal or modest lifestyle. You do not need abundance to be happy or to live a good life. Once you have the basic necessity of life, you can live a happy and fulfilling life. So you do not need extra wealth or riches or anything. Once you are able to afford a roof over your head, 3 square meals a day, and decent clothing, that's all you need to have a good life. Anything else is just extra. And that lesson is very, very huge for me, because sometimes you could find yourself stressing about other things that are supposed to be add on your life. They are not like the main things, but you're just unnecessarily stressing or worried about them. But since I moved here, my mindset has changed, and I'm more happier knowing that I have just the basic things that I need to survive. The last lesson that I've learned that I'll be sharing with you today is that your dreams are valid. Never think your dreams are too big or unachievable. Regardless of whatever it is you need to do, you can always achieve them. I also love that Canada allows you to pick up your life or your career whenever you want to, because you can take a career break and decide to be a travel blogger for the next 1 year. You can decide to take a break from work. As long as you have saved enough to take care of your basic necessity, you'll be fine. No one is judging you. No one is looking at you like, really? You left your high-paying job to start traveling around the world. How does that even make sense? Nobody here is judging you with that kind of eye or look. At the end of the day, the decision is yours to make. It's okay to make mistakes, and the biggest risk in life is not taking a risk. Who knows, you might be able to turn your hobby into income. Those are some of the lessons that I've learned since I moved to Canada. I've learned quite a lot of things, but I thought to just pick the top 10 lessons that has shifted my mindset and share them with you. I still see myself as a work in progress. I'm on a journey towards self-discovery, and I'm loving every single moment of it. So if you enjoy watching this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you learned something new, please give it a thumbs up as well. If you are yet to subscribe, please consider subscribing below and turn the post notification bell on. I'll see you in my next video. In the meantime, stay confident. Bye.